Welcome back to our MRS21 Fall 2021 Midterm Review, Part 3. Please make sure you watch 1 and 2. We are now on question number 11, right? Multiply and simplify 5 plus 3ki times 2 minus 7ki. So we need distributive property, and so 5 times 2 is going to be 10. 5 times negative 7ki will be negative 35 k times I. 3ki times 2 is going to be plus 6ki. And then 3ki times negative 7ki will give us negative 21 k squared I squared. And so at this point, we're going to take a look here, and we see that we can combine like terms. We get 10. We have negative 35ki plus 6ki, those like terms. So negative 35 plus 6 is going to be minus 29ki. And we have minus 21k squared, but I squared, we talked about in the last video, is equal to negative 1. So times negative 1. So negative 1 times, in this case, negative 21 is positive 21. So it should be 10 plus positive 21 k squared minus 29 ki. And I'm looking at the choices here, and it looks like none of the choices have the right answer. The only one that's closest to it should be choice D, which I probably typed in incorrectly, and there should be a plus here. So if you correcting on the fly, and so it looks like in this case that that the choice is not there. So technically, but now we made an edit. This is the correct answer. So yep, if you were worried and stuff like that, this should be the correct answer here, ladies and gentlemen. So why can't we combine the 10 and 21 k squared? It's not like terms, not like terms. So the answer should be choice D, but after we make an adjustment to this here, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for this on your review sheet. It will not have the same error on the actual midterm. So just don't worry about that. But work it through though. You definitely have to work it through, right? Number 12, the area of rectangle 2x squared minus 3x minus 14, and area of rectangle is 2x squared minus 3x minus 14, and the length is x plus 2. What is the width? I had to make adjustment, ladies and gentlemen, on the actual sheet. I had some errors here, so I had to readjust them also. So here we go. We know that area of a rectangle equals length times width. All right. And so what we can do is we have the area is 2x squared minus 3x minus 14, and that's equal to x plus 2 times the width. To find the width by itself, we could divide both sides by x plus 2. Now, what happens here is that we can do long division or even synthetic division, or you just factor the numerator, okay? And so, but to do a quick review of our long division, we have x plus 2 dividing into 2x squared minus 3x minus 4. And so x goes to 2x squared. We're going to get, in this case, 2x times. So 2x times 2x2 becomes 2x squared plus 4x, and we're subtracting. And negative 3, restart the whole thing, negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7x. Okay? And so from here, we're going to, this would be 14, again, early in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, apologize for that. And so now we figure out how many times does x go to negative 7? Negative 7 times. So negative 7 times x plus 2. Oh, I'm going to drop that 14 too. That's such a long time since I did this here. So negative 7 times x plus 2 is negative 7x minus 14. And we subtract this here, you get 0. So it looks like our width is going to be 2x minus 7. which is choice C. You could have also factored too. That's totally good. Could have used synthetic division. Yeah, I could use that too as well. What is the nature of the roots for the equation 3x squared minus 5x equals 5? And here are our choices. So we want to use a discriminant. Definitely want to use discriminant. But first we got to set this equal to 0. The equation equals 0. So in this case, we have 3x squared minus 5x equals 5. Subtract 5 on both sides. So we get 3x squared minus 5x minus 5 equals 0. We want to find our A, B, and C values. So here's 3, -5, and -5. You have to definitely set this equal to 0 first before you find A, B, and C. Please remember, our discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. And here we're trying to figure out the value because based upon the value, we'll know the nature of the roots. So we are going to plug in here for b is -5 squared minus 4 times 3 times -5. We get 25 minus 4 times 3 is 12 times -5 is -60. So when we do 25 minus -60, the same as 25 plus +60, which is 85. Now, if your discriminant is 85, greater than 0, cannot be imaginary. No, but it definitely be a real number, okay? Because the number of radical will be 80 squared. It's almost like in this case of quadratic formula, it's almost like you're seeing square root 85. And we see here that the square root 85, definitely not rational. Definitely irrational. And so the roots will be real, irrational, and unequal. So without, keep in mind that the only way for it to be rational is if you had the discriminant equal to 0 or a perfect square. Considering that 85 is not a perfect square, yeah, the roots will be irrational. How many times will the graph of y equals -2x squared plus 5x minus 2 intersect the x-axis? So in this situation, again, we use our discriminant, okay? And so our A value here is -2, our B value is 5, and our C value is -2. The discriminant's going to tell us in this case what kind of roots we're going to have here. Again, we know this in this case if the roots if the discriminant is negative, then no times. The discriminant is equal to 0 one time, and the discriminant is greater than 0 two times, which means this is never a choice. So b squared minus 4ac. So I have 5 squared minus 4 times -2 times -2. So I have 25 minus 4 times -2 is -8 times -2 is +16. So 25 minus 16 is equal to 9. This number is greater than 0. So since 9 is greater than 0, we'll have the parabola intersect the x-axis at 2 times. Or you can just graph this and, the graphing calculator and find out your answer as well too. Just as good. Number 15. I'll need to make this full page here. The expression square root of 5 over 7 minus square root of 5 is equivalent to which of the following? So what we want to do, we want to rationalize the denominator. Okay, and to do this, what we have to do is multiply the top and bottom by what's called the conjugate of our denominator. It's a denominator cannot have a radical. That's the key thing. Numerator is totally okay. So we're going to multiply top and bottom. We want the same exact value, but we can't have just the radical denominator. So a conjugate is the same exact numbers. So 7 square root of 5. 7 square root of 5, except it's not the same thing as the denominator. It has a different sign in between. So it's going to be 7 plus square root of 5. Now, if we multiply the top part, we're going to get 7 square root of 5 plus the square root of 25, which is equal to 7 square root of 5 plus 5. That kind of, well, we'll take a look at now the denominator, okay? So now we distribute here. So 7 times 7, that's 49. 7 times positive square root of 5 is plus 7 square root of 5. Negative square root of 5 times 7 is minus 7 square root of 5. And negative square root of 5 times positive square root of 5 is going to be minus square root of 25. Well, we know the 7 square root of 5 minus 7 square root of 5, those cancel out. So we're left with 49 minus the square root of 5. 25 is 5. And that's equal to 44. So our denominator no longer has a radical. Instead, we have 7's square root of 5 plus 5 over 44, which is going to be choice C. All right, everybody. And this is where we're going to stop here for to end our MRS21 Fall 2021 Midterm Review video part 3. Again, I hope if you watch the end of this, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, ask questions like, how'd you get all these answers? So again, you gotta, some things you kind of prior knowledge of, definitely multiplying radicals. Remember, the number on the inside has the word inside, the numbers on the outside with numbers outside, no mixing. We also have to know our perfect squares too, so have those available to you. Well, all right. Make sure to catch the videos 1 and 2, and also are the following, hopefully 2 videos to cover the remaining 10 questions. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys next video. Take care. Be safe.